Hello everybody, to another random Let's Build, but this time for Dranzer MF. So, super exciting one. This is another HMS Beyblade, and probably not that random to be honest. I've already built like two of these so far, so yeah, probably not that shocking. But it's another BenchBlade amazing repro, which I'm super excited about, because I'll be honest, these things are expensive. So it's nice to have reproductions of these expensive dudes, especially because like, HMS really didn't have that much of like an advertising push towards the end. Like seriously, like reading the manga, HMS, even though it had like a bit more screen time than it did in like the anime, it still cut very short off. And to be honest, the manga ending is kind of just like randomly like done with. I don't know. I feel like the manga could have gone on for like at least a few more chapters. I wonder if a manga got like canceled or something like that. I don't know. Something about that just always felt weird to me, because like, especially because looking at a bunch of the designs for some of the later like gimmick specialty system here, it feels like it could have gone on for a little bit longer. But we got Dranzer MF here. This was gifted to Kai at the end of his tournament with Tyson. Same with the Dragoon MF. So I don't have that one on hand, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it looks really cool. And, ooh, I'm super excited about this. It does come with the two different, rings, I think, for, like, the attack, like, there's two sub-attack rings. We do got the interesting running core concept there. The nice, beautiful attack ring. And, of course, we do have the wonderful locking chip. So this one's a bit different than some of the other ones I've built so far, I think. I don't see the little lock chip for the bottom piece here. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works out. I wonder if it just locks through the top instead of like the other gimmick specialty ones I built. There we go. A nice free shift core. Got all their information at the bottom. I will put in the BenchBlades Etsy store down below, because that's where I bought this from. So make sure to go check them out and pick up these awesome repros. They are very, very well made. They use a better quality plastic, and just overall, it's a nice cheap way to get a bunch of these really hard to get Beyblades. And there you go, talking about the kind of wide contact ring there. I don't feel like this would work well, but I don't know, I guess we'll see how well it works later on. And of course, there we go, kind of just a bit of information overall. You got the bit of a, is that a tip change? Allows the Dranzer MF to outspin the opponent due to the reduced friction when in contact with the stadium. I'm kind of curious to see how that works out. I'm going to see how that one works out. But yeah, besides that, that's pretty much this box. I will say, I always do appreciate that BenchBlade does put in all the effort to at least do all this effort to design these boxes. Fun fact, that is Kai's kid down there, which you do actually see him using Dranzer MF at the end of the series. I don't think Dranzer MF or Dragoon MF were actually ever used by Kai and Tyson. I think they still stayed with the original HMS base that they used, which is kind of surprising to me. But yeah, kind of interesting. So it's gonna open this bad boy up and get to it. See, we're gonna take our little spudger tool here. See, is it actually gonna open for us normally? Yep, there we go. Let's hope. Open this guy up. Woo! Look at this. He's already looking way too snazzy. So, we have all the bits and pieces in here. So, we only... Oh! Okay. So, it does look like we do actually get the two different types of rings in here. So, you see in this little guy, so if we pull this going out here, we get two different types of rings, which is very nice. I think this was actually the one used on Adverazer, I think, funnily enough. But it's cool to actually have options and variety, especially considering that both of them are widely different. So, I'm kind of curious to see which one kind of outperforms the other. I do kind of like the more subdued one. This feels like it would break on me, but you know what? We'll give both of them a shot and see how well it works. We got the nice little weight disc here, nice shiny metal and everything going well with it. So yay to that. Next up, we do actually have all of our usual fun stuff in here. So we squeeze this out. You do have the wonderful attack ring here. Very nicely well made and stuff. We got our bit there that just flew down, which I'll grab that in a second. I never know how to, you're supposed to get these things out of this. Let's see if I can... Yeah, there we go. And there's our whole lock-in chip right here. So, very nicely well made and stuff. And you even get the nice little Dranzer emblem engraved in there. And of course, overall, we do have the nice little case here for storage and display use. Super glad that they do still make these for, these repros here. Because, in the original Takara Tomy releases, at some point, they kind of stopped doing this. And started going for a weird wireframe thing. So I'm very glad, at least, that they kept up with the spirit of it. And gave us these nice hard cases. They even give you the stickers and stuff to go with it. The sticker sheet is actually very interesting with these guys. Or very interesting with Dranzer MF compared to the last ones. Because unlike the last ones that had stickers for the HMS launcher itself, this one doesn't actually have any of those stickers. So you actually have a multitude of stickers here. So you got the basic Dranzer, you got black Dranzer, normal green logo here. So you got actually quite a bit of choice there to go off of. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably do the green, because I do think the green kind of pops out better. And of course you got the regular black Dranzer and the normal Dranzer sticker as well. And then of course a few more stickers. And looks like more Dranzers. It's crazy thinking about how much just bit chip stickers this is. And I do love that a lot of these details are very nicely printed. And the sticker sheets for these guys are really well done as well. So I'm super excited to kind of just pick out whatever and go with it. Awesome that they did actually do a bit of a variance design there though. And we're going to do one more check to make sure and see. Because I don't think it comes with any launcher stickers. So if you're hoping to deck out your launcher with this release, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably go with one of the other releases that has this sort of stickers for your launchers. But yeah, it's just the sheet itself. Kind of cool that they did actually go for a whole different sheet just so you could customize your Dranzer in any specific way. Congrats to them. Especially because these guys do come in multitudes of colors, even from BenchBlades themselves. So, yeah, make sure to... If you're wanting a black Dranzer, you can make a black Dranzer. That's, the coolest part about it. But, yeah, overall, I'm super excited about that. So, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to deck them out with. I'll probably do, some color contrasting. I'm not going to use black Dranzer, because that's not really my style. But, yeah. Still super excited to mess around with. And look at all that. So nicely cut and everything. And it actually looks like it's nicely well printed out this time. And the Bloody Devil one of the stickers had a weird little error to it. This one is actually very well off. And like I said, they are very nice quality compared to the original Takara stickers. So, especially because nowadays the original Takara stickers are kind of just falling off. Let me grab that core that I just dropped, or the running core that I dropped, and we'll look at that one too. So we're going to go on down and grab the running core. It fell right beneath my tripod. This is fun for me. Okay. Running core acquired, because I did not do that well. I'll try and grab it. And here is our core itself, and it kind of just is on a nice little bearing tip there, by the looks of it. Is that just a bearing tip? Let's see. I don't know, is that just a bearing core pretty much? Yeah, it actually does just look like a bearing core. So that actually will give a nice bit of spin power there. So I'm kind of curious if this would actually work a bit better in more of a defensive or stamina type role than the sort of attack mode there. The tip isn't completely flat either, so yeah, this actually might be a pretty decent stamina type overall. But yeah, I'm super excited to mess around with this guy and find that out soon. So of course, I'm going to take a nice little stopper right here, because I'm going to go ahead and apply all the stickers. And you know, after that, we'll assemble the guy with the wonderful tool that they include in here as well. And kind of get all ready for that. And I'm also going to go grab a launcher, because might as well do a little test launch while in this part of the video. And then after that, we'll go into actually some intense Beyblade battles. and start messing around with that. So we'll be back in a wondrous second after I apply all these wonderful stickers, because I doubt people want to watch me apply all these stickers down. But yeah, we'll be back in just a sec. And we're back from the sticker process here. Overall, there is some few sticker details I do want to mention out here. So, the actual sticker sheet does not include stickers for these little, like, triangle pieces here. So, if you see from the front, there's little stickers on this. That is not included on the sheet itself. So, fair warning. I see here we do have the sheet. And it does not include the little triangle pieces there. Another one to mention is that these little middle detail pieces here don't extend to this little, like, notch like it shows up there. So just kind of fair warnings overall for this stickers, if that kind of matters to you or not. But figure I'll call it out there, because as you see, there is no little sticker thingy there, even if we put a reflection on it. So fair warning, but they still give you a lot of options and choice, so I'm not going to complain really too much about it. Just figured I mentioned that for those who are like for those who do are very interested in that whole process of applying the stickers and going for that sort of accuracy there. But besides that, it's now time for the assembly process, and hopefully I can assemble this correctly, because it's like I've been trying to assemble this correctly for this video, and ooh man, this one is a bit of a pain to assemble. So you want this little metal ring here to be facing downwards. Make sure that is all correctamundo. Yep, so we do want it to be facing downwards when we're doing this. There we go. And then the ring itself just lays nicely in there. So it is a nice free spinning mechanism there. We do actually have a spare ring, so if you wanted the spare ring in there, you do have that as well. The cool part about the spare ring is it actually is very left-right compatible, so depending on how you flip the ring around, you have two modes for that, which both are very nice. This one probably works out better for its stamina tip, compared to this one, which is more of an attack basis here, but I guess we'll find out more once we actually start doing the battle portion of the video. For right now, we'll stick to the more manga-accurate blade assist there. And besides that, as everything just falls out, make sure you have everything assembled correctly. As you see, you have all these pieces here. You gotta kind of match around, because if you try putting it in any other direction, it just wouldn't really work in there. So make sure you are kind of gently placing things in there and not trying to force stuff through. Can't force them through, y'all. Can't force it through. And of course, for this little final piece here, I think we're supposed to, there we go, do it like that. And that finally means that we have this little locking chip here, and all we have to do is just have it kind of just twist in there nicely, which they do give you a tool to help out with that, but I think I will just use my launcher here, because the launcher is a little bit more grip to it. This does not want to assemble nicely in any sense of the word. It is hard to actually hold this thing and twist. There we go, finally. It's all assembled nicely. Man, you know how many times I've tried to do that take over and over again to get that thing to be assembled. But there we go, we got the nice little spinning assist blade, and it is all nicely assembled. So, good to be testing that out for the video soon. It is very much a nice little like fidget feeling. But man, putting this thing together is a pain. To at least hold, I don't know. I was struggling very hard just to kind of hold them in the hands. So, fair warning to y'all there. Might be a bit more easier to assemble him with the other sort of blade. But let's give him a nice little spin test overall and finish this sort of part of the video here. We got a nice blue launcher here, and with some Dragoon stickers here from a metal Dragoon that I built. But yeah, let's get this all settled up, get them all readied. So there we go. I do feel like the little sword bits here kind of probably limit him a bit, but oh well. Let's get him a nice little Spin there. And look at that. Nice little stamina type. So he just kind of nicely stands there and spins. And overall, I feel like this little assist blade here probably does not help him as nicely as it probably should. I feel like that might get in the way a bit for his little stamina overall spin. But overall, he's actually doing pretty decently. So maybe this will work out nicely. I guess we'll find out once we actually start doing some battles. This is more of the kind of, I think this is more of the first like stamina type we kind of built for HMS on this channel. So I'm going to be kind of curious to see, because most of the ones I've built have been more attack types. So I'll be kind of curious to see how well this overall works overall. Though I do have another stamina type that I have built. So we'll be actually seeing how well this works. But that's pretty much it for this little part of the video here. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for taking so long to just kind of get that bit chip in there. I was struggling very hard with that. So, yeah, hopefully y'all learned from this video and learned well that assembling this guy does take a bit of effort to kind of get him together. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you in the next part of the video, which is battle time! This is time for some crazy battles. And I'm super excited to mess around now. Okay. Woo! We're moving on. Boop, 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 boop. Hello everybody, welcome to the battle section of this Dranzer MF video here. So we have Dranzer MF. We are currently going to start off with the blade mode here. Sorry for the random dog here. But we're going to start off with blade mode here. And I will say, I have tested out with this guy a little bit. These blades do kind of get in the way. We'll show that off in just a second on how, but we'll talk about the competitors first. So I figured we'll battle against some original HMS here. So we have, I think it's Adverazer or Advenzayer, I don't know. Pretty much one of the more kind of random HMS releases. This is a stamina type guy, and overall you see the mode he's already set up in. Because you can't actually like flip this metal ring around, but we're going to keep up with this guy right here. And of course at the same time, we also have some of the other ones here. So we're going to fight against some basic HMS first. And then after that, we will fight off against Bloody Devil and Shining God right here as well. So we have a few of them to kind of mess around with. So we're first going to start off with the sort of basic HMS fights. The guys that aren't too like crazy. For example, we also have Strata Dragoon here. So we have a few of the more common guys. So let's first start off with the common guys and get going with that. So we're going to take our HMS launcher here, and we're set it up in right spin mode first to show it off. So we're going to do a few battles here. So we're going to have this guy here, and we're going to start off with, we'll do Adverazer here, or Advancer, I don't know how you actually properly pronounce it, but we'll see how it all kind of works out for him. So first off, let's get going. We'll do and there we go, we got the first few nice hits going on right there. And as you see, overall nice hits overall, but you see that sort of ring there does kind of immediately unbalance Dranzer. And as you see there, he gets taken out very quickly by a first generation HMS blade. So there's kind of the first sign that it has a bit of issues there. So next up, we're going to try out with our, here, before we do that, let's do kind of left spin modes for these guys. So we have this launcher here, set up in left spin mode, and we're going to take another one and set it up in left spin as well. I'm going to clip our dudes on there. We'll do Dranzer first. And there we go, another nice quick battle there. And of course that is a plastic ring coming against a metal one, so it already is probably going to cause a bit of damage, and you already see that that pretty much ring, or the little blade ring there, took out our boy very quickly. So even though he is very much a stamina type, he does kind of get taken down kind of quickly by it. And I see the stickers already getting pretty harmed by the little blade there. So we're going to try out for a attack type now. So we do have, well, this Advisor here, or Advancer, I don't know, it's one of them. This is the Three Kingdoms guy. I did do a Let's Build of him already, so that video is out there. But yeah, so we're going to use this guy and fight him against Dranzer as well. So we're going to set him up in a left spin mode here, and get him all readied up for that. And then, of course, we're going to take our beautiful Dranzer and set him up in left spin as well. And then we'll do a right spin battle after the fact. So Dranzer first. And then there's our beautiful HMS guy right there. And you see there, he already has a bunch of good hits on him. And as you see, that ring pretty much stops the momentum of the guy and kind of drags him around. So that plastic ring does hurt him pretty heavily. Even though he has a nice bearing tip in there, he just gets taken down so quickly by pretty much any of them that the second they grab onto the blades here. So these blades kind of end up being more of a disadvantage than kind of an advantage, which is kind of sad because they look so cool, but they do have some major issues overall. So we're going to plop this guy in. We're going for right spin mode this time around. And we'll do the same for our guy here. So, do them both right spins. We'll do Dranzer first. And then the other one. So, there we go. Already got some good old fights going on here. And there you go. Got quickly moving around. And yeah, see that? Already very quick, nice hits. And that is hurting the guy immediately. So, already have a few good solid hits there. So, yeah, Dranzer so far has not been having that good of a modes here. We're going to use Shining God for this kind of final example here, because you've already seen the kind of main issues going on. So, we're going to put him into the kind of other tip mode here. We're going to put him in the little ball defense mode here. And then we're going to leave, Dranzer in the normal modes. So we're going to set him up, do first right spin battles here, because why not? I don't know. Might as well set him up both up in right spin. Make sure I have that set up. It's very easy to kind of get this guy kind of back in the sort of other spin mode. But, so we're going to start both of them up and get them readied up for this battle here. So we're going to first launch off Dranzer. And yeah, there you go. Got nice immediate hits going on there. And yeah, you see Dranzer immediately got destabilized. And of course, its wings do not help it kind of stabilize back to its original form. So we will be swapping out the rings after this. And hopefully that helps out the sort of power of Dranzer, hopefully. Because I'm kind of feeling bad for this guy. He's getting his butt whipped very easily by a lot of these Beyblades. Okay, next up, I'm going to try for left spin modes here. And this time around, we're just going to keep him in attack mode, because why not? So we're going to do both of them in their nice little attack modes. We'll do 2 left spins. And I would say it would be all about outspinning him, because that's usually how stamina types kind of work out. But with these wings here, they kind of just ruin his ability to do that, so hopefully, maybe we'll get one win with the wings. If not, then we'll be swapping on over. So there we go. Already got some nice hits going on with these guys. And yeah, you already see how brutal that whole, hits there were. And Dranzer immediately went out. So yeah, overall, these wings here kind of disable the guy. So we're going to be swapping out and trying the other wings out and seeing how well those work out. And as you see, the stickers got pretty chewed up from just a few battles. So yeah, I don't know if I really recommend this free spinning blade concept. But pretty cool overall, I guess. We're going to do a quick swap over and get him ready for the next set of battles with the other defense ring, which if you remember, comes with this guy right here. So we'll be trying this one out and seeing how well that works out for him. So, and we are back from setting up Dranzer. So overall, I did go ahead and set up Dranzer in the non-blade mode here, and I did a little bit of testing. So far, in my slight amount of testing, this mode makes Dranzer way better. Now, I'm not going to do the whole flip ring thing in this video. I'll let y'all try that out overall. But overall, this mode here, I have it set to where these little wings here match up with Dranzer's head. So, hopefully, his heat doesn't, like, extend out. It makes him a lot more of a stable stamina type, in my opinion. He's a lot more proficient, I guess you can say, in kind of just running around. So, overall, very nice for Dranzer, especially when it's very stamina focused with this sort of bearing tip here. So of course we're going to start off with a few basic HMS battles, and then we're going to move on to the later wave of Bloody Devil and Shining God. So we're going to start off first with the one that gave it a lot of trouble before. Well, all of them gave trouble before. So we're going to start off with this guy right here and start getting ready. So of course we're going to set them both up in right spin mode. Both of them in right spin. And start getting both of them pretty prepared. I'm going to try this guy first because he's very similar to him, except most of his pieces are made of metal. So let's see how well that works out for him. And of course we're going to take our Dranzer. See if he wants to actually stick on this time. There we go. So we got him stick on. Yeah, there we go. So nice immediate hits. As you see, he's not draining immediately. And we're actually getting a nice, decent battle there. And as you saw there, we got a nice knockout immediately. So this is already working out way better for Dranzer. So, super excited for Dranzer. We're going to try it for left spin mode now. So we're going to get left spin readied up immediately. So we're going to get both of them all nice and ready for that. And see if I can grab the one guy here. Woo! Let's see. There we go. Try not to get into camera because I doubt people want to see my ugly mug anyway. So we're going to start off again, this time with Dranzer launching first. So, try for Dranzer. And there we go, nice immediate battles there. And of course, you got the nice, like, immediate hits. Both are working out very nicely. And like I said, you see Dranzer actually has much more of an ability to actually balance himself out and not lose stamina immediately. Which is working out really nicely for him this time around. Though, he might be losing out a bit, but you see, the other guy's also kind of rolling out. But there you go. That win actually went to the beautiful red one there. I want to say it's Advisor or Advancer. I don't know. I get both these guys kind of mixed up with each other. And it doesn't help that they just both say HMS. So yeah, it's kind of issues there. But try that again with a left spin. Well, we'll do this the easy way. We're going to do left spin for this guy right here. And we'll do right spin for Dranzer. Get them both set up immediately. So we're going to shoot off Dranzer first. And there we go. Immediate, like, action. And there, yeah, you see that one. So, Dranzer, still not that great against this guy. But overall, actually he's doing pretty decent compared to his sort of last runs where he got destabilized and drained of energy immediately. But we're going to move on to the sort of next battles there. So we're going to take our boy here, put him to the side. He may have won, but oh well. And now we're going to try for a bit of an attack type now. So we're going to move over to... we'll try Strategoon this time around, because we didn't kind of mess around with him, really. So, of course, we're going to set both of them up in right spin modes. Get them nice and readied up for this. And we're going to immediately start off with Dranzer, because that would give Dragoon a bit more of a chance, and also show a bit more of the stamina ability. So, do that. And yeah, there we go. Nice immediate hits going on there. And I see this actually allows us to see the sort of stamina ability of Dranzer. And since the rings aren't getting clipped by the attack type kind of roaming around him, he does actually keep up with his energy a lot better this time around. So there we go, got a nice few hits there. And now it's a nice little bit of a spin out there for each one of them. We get to see which one wins. See which one has the power, the spinning, the ability to hold out a little bit better. But ooh, nope. Ah, I was gonna get Dranzer. Yep, Dranzer lost that one. So I'll try that again. This time around with both of them in left spin mode. So you can do both of them in left spin here. Keep both of them nice and going. This time around, we are going to launch Dragoon first. So I want to get him all ready up. And there's Dranzer right there. I see both of them are doing really well in their sort of left spin modes. I will say I do love that about HMS, is the idea that you get to choose spin direction. Overall, allows for nice stability for each one of them. And of course, it's now just kind of a wait to see which one hits pretty much for a battle. And see if the Dranzer can kind of take the hits. Overall, in this sort of a video here, we've kind of seen him not being able to take hits that well. But this time around, he saw his spin stamina actually let him win that round. So we're going to do one more round with the left and right spin going for each one. So of course, we're going to put Dragoon, our Strata Dragoon, in the right spin mode here. And we're going to let Dranzer MF here go for that nice left spin. But this time around, we are going to launch Dranzer first. And see what happens between both of them. So let's see. Will spin stability work out for either one of them? Hey, there I see. Ah, there we go. Strategic already got some pretty good hits on him, so who knows how well this will work out for Dranzer this time around. But I see, hopefully, that loses spin stealing ability there. I don't know if it'd really be a spin steal. And looks like Strategoon won this round. So now we're going to move on to sort of the final little area of this match here, which is kind of messing around with the wonderful Bloody Devil here. And we're going to face him against Dranzer MF. So we're going to get him all set up for that. Boop. So, of course, I'll set both of them up in the sort of right spin mode here. Both of them in the right spin. And, of course, we're going to check on... Sorry. Little Tamagotchi break, because y'all know I'm running a Tamagotchi channel at the same time as doing these Beyblade reviews. So yeah, we're going to try him out with Bloody Devil here. And of course, we're going to set him up in his little sort of tapered tip mode here to see how he does in that mode. And of course, we're going to put, since both of them are in right spin, we're going to have both of them go off. So it's another sort of like stamina match, pretty much. Waiting for that stamina mode to kind of just hit for our dear old boy here. Now, probably the next round I'll probably try to see if I could do a floral spin. Well, the where you tilt the launcher and it goes more in a floral pattern. I said try because I'm not great at doing it with these HMS launchers because, like, these things are tiny compared to my hands. So, we'll see how well that works out for me. But as you see there, Dranzer's holding up pretty well in the spinning ability. We already see that Bloody Dragon, or Bloody Devil there, kind of loses his spin stamina very quickly. So, that already pretty much, that win goes to Dranzer there. So, we'll grab them both. And this time around, we're going to try them both in the sort of left spin mode and see how that works out for them. So this time around, we are going to try for a tilted launch. So we're going to leave him more in the attack mode here. So we're going to try for a bit of a tilt. And that probably killed his stamina immediately, so we might do a bit of a relaunch there. Because I don't know how well that was for our dear old boy, Blood Devil there. So yeah, Dranzer immediately took that one over. I'll try for more of a basic left spin launch there, since kind of messed it up. If anyone knows where to get good reproduction grips for HMS, I would like to know, please. Or at least 3D print files or anything. Because, oh boy, do I am needing some of those. So, there we go. Got both of them set up in the nice left spin match going on here. Going very nicely. And of course, it's pretty much just another sort of stamina match. Unless, Bloody Devil's able to get some good hits on him. And, yeah, you kind of see the issue with that, though. He kind of starts slowing down a bit by the time he starts getting towards the center. And I figured we'll do kind of a round with Shining God to see how well he works out with them. But you see there, Bloody Devil kind of just has the same issue of losing stamina with his free spinning ring, like with the blades there. And of course, it's time to try out with Shining God, because you know what? Why not? So we're going to put both these guys in kind of opposite spin modes here. Actually, you know what? We'll do left spins and see how well this works out. So we're going to put Shining God on there, but put him in the defense mode here. And then take Dranzer and get him readied up. And yeah, you can already see that nice one hit there, and then immediately kind of does the sort of spinning around again. So I don't know how well that kind of worked out for him in the defense tip mode. I know he can revert back to the attack mode, but yeah, I don't know how well that worked out for him. But there you go. See if he runs out of stamina before he hits Dranzer again. See any chance, any luck. We're gonna find out. See what's... Is he gonna have that nice good hits there? I don't think he's gonna have the nice good hits. He already looks like he's slowing down to quite a bit there. Yeah, Shining God got taken out by Dranzer MF there. And of course we're gonna try for a nice little bit of right spinning here. And see if our boy can handle the sort of right spins. So there you go. Got a bit of a tilted launch that time around. It's kind of hard to do this with HMS launchers because they're so tiny. But yeah, you see there. Got some nice good old hits. Ooh, yeah, you see that? Ooh, I don't know if that was a tie or not. Ooh, that was a hard one to decide on. We're trying that again, but with the right spins, because I don't know if that was a tie or not. And I don't know if I'm going to bother really rewatching footage. Why do that when I can just launch them again? So of course we're going to try this again. Going to try for our boy Dranzer launching. Well, we're trying for a relaunch there because he kind of just fell off that time. HMS launchers are a bit weird because you don't kind of like twist them on there. Well, I wouldn't even say twist them on there. These guys kind of just click in place. compared to like regular Beyblade launcher, where it's kind of more friction fit, I guess. Kind of weird, I don't know how to describe it. And there we go, did a nice bit of a right spin battle there. Let's see. Yeah, if you launch a attack type more in its normal way, then Dranzer probably will have the advantage over it. So, bit of the negative side effect there to that. Let's see if he's gonna get those. Yeah, there we go. Starts getting nice hits in now. There you go. Yeah, that sort of conserved energy gets ahead of him a bit. But we're gonna try for the nice little bit of right spin. But this time we're actually gonna set him up in the defense mode here. And then for Dranzer MF, we're gonna actually put him in the... See if I can actually get the launcher going for him. There we go. And put Dranzer in left spin mode, because why not? Yeah, he kind of goes right into that attack mode, even with the ball tip, so... Not too helpful. But let's see if we can actually get some good old hits in there. See, he gets very close to it, that's the sad part. Oh, there we go. Getting some nice good hits this time around. But let's see if we can conserve that energy, since he kind of wasted it kind of going in around in circles a few times there. Oh... Dranzer MF barely went out there. So overall, with Dranzer MF, his blade mode is kind of very useless to him. I don't really recommend him with the blades. I recommend kind of putting this weird little shorter attack ring on him. Makes him a way better stamina type overall. Besides that, these BenchBlade reproductions have actually been really well off and really awesome. Like I said in the earlier part of the video, I will be putting their link down below to where I got these guys from. So make sure to go check out BenchBlade and buy yourself a set of these guys too. I'll be getting more of them, so expect more of these videos. More! Okay, that's pretty much it for right now. I'll see everyone a little bit later. Bye-bye-bye. With more of these HMS videos, because I don't know which order I'm releasing these guys in. Who knows? No, maybe I know. I don't know. But, yeah. Woo! I'm gonna get to making the rest of these guys now. Okay. See y'all later. Bye. Whoop, 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 whoop.